Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one. This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right. Take care of yourself.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
You didn't hear this. Keep it moving.
By the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno weapons outlawed, and all research related to those fields will be kept under lock and key in their own special archive, which actually rests below our feet as we speak. And while
Trying to learn here, all right?
Systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical: cooperation between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening. There was a lot of debate as to where the archive should be built. It was a gesture of good faith from the Freestar Collective that it was built here. The archives themselves are off limits, but you're free to look around up here.
The UC won't ever be the same place it was before the colony war. But honestly, I think that's for the best.
I've lived here all my life. It can be hard to tell, but the UC's changed a lot since the war. Never would have seen something like this place 20 years ago.
Keep it civil, or we will.
tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer?
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to you. UC citizens only.
Ah, I think I understand. And the cost to put me down as a citizen would be what exactly?
Sir, bribery is a crime in the colonies.
Fine. Perhaps I'll just be having a chat with your superiors then. Good day. All I want to do is give the United Colonies my money. Why do they need to make that so challenging?
UC homes can only be purchased by UC citizens, so you know up front.
Welcome to Feeling Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down or move up in the world or just window shopping? You know, a lot of people say that after they see the big high-rises with the fancy lobbies. Truth is, there's always an option. Don't count yourself out. I'm here if you have any more questions or if you'd like to look at properties. Oh, don't I wish. Between UC regulations and demand here in the city, I haven't had a chance to branch out yet. But you best believe I'm keeping an eye on the situation and actively lobbying for a little more leeway. Okay, let me just pull up your Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not a United Colonies citizen. I'm afraid property ownership here in New Atlantis isn't available to you. If you take the exciting step of becoming a citizen. Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Hey there.
My tank's sprung a leak. I'm stuck. And the only place close enough to land? Wait.
You're not suggesting?
Ptolemy 2, Terramorph Heaven. So, I sat down, grabbed the highest caliber weapon I've got, and start walking.
Bull. If that had actually happened, you wouldn't be standing here.
No lie. Hell, you're welcome to go ask around the Marine outpost I stumbled into. You're the only reason I'm still breathing.
Set foot on that death trap. I think I'll just take it.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost certainly assist you. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you. So, what brings you in today? My goodness, you're in quite a state. You definitely need some assistance. All right, we'll clean things up and get you back out into the world. We'll get you feeling better in no time. Everything looks good. Well, you've certainly come to the right place. Well, of course. New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help. Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here. May you remain in good health.
I see what you've meant there. Smart.
There are a few injuries that can't be addressed here. If you walk in, you will almost assure... So, how are you?
Consignment shop closed. I guess I have...
Please let me know if I may assist you. You won't find a larger array of options in all the settled systems, I guarantee you. Would you buy from someone who is not? I know what I like. I have a good sense of what most other people like, and the rest is just making sure they're pleased with their purchase. It's clothing, not grav drive tech. I will tell you a secret. I'm not sure anyone really does. Some act like they have it all figured out, and I admit I am guilty of that myself from time to time. There are, I suppose, a few actively trying to steer the herd, but most are just content to run at the front of the pack and act like they know where it's going. At the end of the day, you must feel comfortable in what you wear. If it speaks to you, what anyone else thinks doesn't matter. I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the selection. I'll see you again, I'm sure.
CJ's is always open. No matter what life in New Atlantis moves pretty fast. I do my best to keep up. You kidding me? Nowhere else like it in the settled systems. First time I came here as a kid, I knew I was gonna come back and make my mark on this city. Nowhere I'd rather be. And now that I've got this place up and running, it's all coming together. Nice and steady. Just the way I like it. I've got a good location, plenty of foot traffic, and a ton of people who are in a hurry and need to make a quick stop for the essentials. Things keep going this way, I'm gonna start opening franchises all over the settled systems. Yeah, sure thing. Be seeing you.
You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly
You're here because you need something you can connect with, something you could count on. Am I right? Welcome to Centurion Arsenal. It is my absolute pleasure to assist you with any purchases or questions you may have. All sales are final, but that won't matter because you will undoubtedly be pleased with your purchase. You have my word. Well, that's not a simple question, is it? It all depends on who's asking. I have my own personal favorites, but I wouldn't presume to know yours. Tell me, were you to find yourself in the unfortunate position of needing to use a weapon, what suits you best? Something up close and personal? Rapid fire? Is precision a consideration? Ah, yes. Well, then personally, I would point you towards Combatech. Is that a surprise? These are potentially matters of life and death we're talking about here. Please, take a look.
You've got something for me? I'd be happy to... So long.
There's something to be said for brand loyal. I'm sure we can... You know, just by walking through that, only the finest collect...
If this shift doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
Definitely better than the last one.
Welcome. Thanks for choosing Chunks. Which chunks would you like today? Chunks are the highest quality ingredients sourced from all over the settled systems, and I forget the rest. I'm happy to serve. Honestly, you're probably better off not thinking about it.
There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree. The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it. Right away. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I need to cut back on the booze. Not 20 anymore.
Not sure if those Varun cells.
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Bactera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts? Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails. If there is, the artifacts are doing a heck of a job hiding it. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Okay.
You look familiar. Where do I know you from? Oh, yes. Lynn mentioned hiring some brand new miner before she left for that job. I must have seen your picture in the contractor database. I take it this means the job's done then. Good to know. So what can I help you with? We just picked up several more contracts. Risky stuff, if I'm being truthful, but we position ourselves to take advantage of jobs like that. Think asteroid mining and other tough jobs. The next few years are going to be interesting for Argos. I book and process our jobs, manage the schedule on a broad scale, and interface with new clients. We're a small company, so a lot of us administrative types wear a lot of hats, as they say. As a former contractor, I'm surprised you don't know. We take on jobs that others won't, whether they're far away, extra tough, or just plain dangerous. And we always get the job done on schedule at a lower cost than our competitors. Well, after I book a job, Lynn meets with the clients to nail down the details. She negotiates the terms of the contract and even supervises some of our more important work sites. That woman never stops impressing me. Oh, wow, that's terrible. Those pirates sure are getting bolder these days. Is everyone okay? Well then, we don't expect our employees to engage in conflict with pirates, for legal reasons mostly. But I'm sure your colleagues appreciated your efforts to keep them safe. Thank you. Goodbye now.
Not to be rude, but I'd appreciate it if I can get back to work. Argos is a great place to work. I'm not just saying that.
I really love this place. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
Welcome to Whetstone. The general term? A sharpening stone for knives. The kind of knives that cut the most delicious meat in the settled systems. This Whetstone, though, is the best restaurant you've ever eaten at. If you like a perfect steak, you're in the right place. You must be joking. I have an exclusive contract with the Trade Authority. It's all shipped in from off-world. And no, I'm not divulging the planet of origin. I guarantee you won't.
Mr. Singh said in an interview, although we can't expect a repeat of what happened with DeMille, we do ask.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters.
Infinity is huge. Like,
You'll need to contact someone directly if you need to schedule an appointment. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself.
I'm sure a junior assistant is vital.
Is your foot in the door? Show me, Chief. Attitude, and the sky's the limit.
I could see how you made her cheerleader.
Go Timberwolves!
How can I help you enhance yourself today? Hi, welcome to Enhance. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I'm sure my staff and I can accommodate your every need. If you're here to try something new or on a whim, or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, or just want to love your reflection in the mirror a little bit more, we've got you covered. All our services and records are private and confidential, so no need to worry. Oh, yes, of course, sure. Enhance's proprietary register technology is absolutely the best in the settled systems. There is a reason we've been the #1 most trusted brand for reconstructive and plastic surgery for 2 decades running. Well, I'm not at liberty to disclose any of our patients' personal motivations or services. You understand, of course. But, gosh, it could be anything, really. Something simple or a total reconstruction. Why you're here doesn't really matter to me. It's just important that you're satisfied when you leave. Oh my God. You certainly put things bluntly, don't you? You just took me a little bit off guard. It's like you read my mind or something. You see, I've run into a bit of an issue, a teensy little issue. I may have lost a data slate containing the confidential information of numerous patients. Little things, you know, like payment information, procedures done, age, birthdays, mailing addresses. Oh no, who am I kidding? This is so bad. If that information gets out, my business and reputation could be destroyed. No patient will trust me again. It's not. People's private information is at stake, ready to be taken by any bad actor that finds that damn slate. And worse, my reputation and business is on the line. Please, I'm begging you. You have to find that slate. Yes. Oh, thank you. And let's see, I frequent the Terror Brew nearby, as well as Whetstone. I also stopped by the Valberg building recently. Thank you for doing this. You're a lifesaver. Please, come back as soon as you have the slate. Oh, and don't read anything on it. It's confidential stuff, remember? Come back anytime.
We don't get very... All visitors are by appointment only.
Hello and welcome to Terror Brew. How may I serve you?
The Freestar Collective. A collective of snakes.
Thanks for choosing Terror Brew. Hi there. Welcome to Terror Brew. How can I help you?
The FC's no friend of you, and never forget what the FC... Uh-huh.
I can't get enough of all the trees around. If I move back to Neon, I'd miss...
Anything I can do for you? There's a huge tree in the Embassy District, across from the mass station. Trust me, it may sound dumb, but I think everyone should see it at least once when they're in the city. It's so cool. Or maybe I just love trees. Oh, sure. There's always tons of travel into New Atlantis, so there's no shortage of people to meet. I love talking with the new people and hearing about their journeys. Not to mention, it's also nice and safe. Unlike my brother's job. He's a Marine, and if that wasn't bad enough, he's stationed in Sidonia. He keeps telling me it's safe and how he loves his job, but I just worry about him so much. All I ever hear about Sidonia is how many people get hurt in accidents there. I just pray that he'll be okay. Finally, someone understands. I guess I can only hope that Chris will come to his senses one day. But anyways, I apologize. I didn't mean to dump all of that onto you. I just had to get that all off my chest, I guess. See you.
If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further.
NVIDIA is a top-notch.
Enhance, you look great. You found it. Oh my God, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. You have helped a humble businessman. You saved me and my business. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much. I hope this hasn't tainted your perception of my wonderful facility. If you need any work done, I'll always be here. Enhance will be here anytime you'd like a different look.
Dawn's Roost has the best food in the settled systems.
Hope New Atlantis has been treating you well.
Yeah?
David's my friend. He writes me.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA's the one who
If
signed
you've seen something interesting, let me know.
Mr. Barron.
If it pans out into a full story, you'll be compensated. Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst. A cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz, head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder. We spend hundreds of hours digging into stories, sorting the lies from the damned lies. Then David performs a 2-minute segment and wins an award. Who'd have a problem with that? Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things. You'd be the first. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me? Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Tell them about the ore. That was quite a lucrative operation.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group? Huh. I didn't realize Argos Extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph? Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report. My source is back. Here to report anything else? Dear Lord, everyone wants to know about Baron. He's a smart guy. He cares about what he's reporting. He's way too damn cozy with the UC, and that's a problem for us staying impartial. My biggest beef with him is he's credited with everything he reports, and he doesn't lift a finger to correct that impression. I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked. Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other stories. I'm sure you'd do great. Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house. Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't. When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. Anyway, as I was saying, the artifacts aren't exactly what you'd call normal. True. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Well, judging from the fact that both you and Barrett claim to have heard music, I've made the leap that the artifact was reaching out. Music composition might not consist of words and sentences, but I'll be damned if that isn't an attempt at language. That's an excellent question. You'd think after years of gathering data about the artifacts, I'd have the perfect answer to that. But I haven't the faintest idea. Not much, I'm afraid. All I have to show for my efforts are eyewitness accounts, scores of inconclusive metallurgical test results, and wild theories. Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be, oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time. Yes? Bye-bye.
Welcome to SSNN.
cliff dive today.
Nice to meet you.
Infinity's a top-notch med port.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may... All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer. I've never left the planet, so no, I do not. Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong... I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either. I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case. Yes, by all means, have a look. Be careful out there. I would never dream of selling substandard. Yes, by all means, have a look. Please do. Good luck on all your adventures.
Yeah? Have something for me? Maybe another time.
If there's anything you need, please do. See you around. I can't imagine being... Please do. I hope we have some... See you around.
Yeah, what is it? Want to see what I'm carrying? Until later.
I'm a morning person. Just a regular ball of sunshine. Hey.
They won't care about a flawless presentation. What they will care about is the projected PL. And we've got that.
Sure.
That's the spirit.
Trying to get a job at GalBank. It's the big building with the word GalBank on it. Good for you. A lot of people can, but not everyone does. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Why? Funny. I'm more of a caterpillar person myself, but fine, you win. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else. You're starting to grow on me, though. Like a fungus. But I like mushrooms. Guess that's the third thing. Because magic isn't real, which means I can't be a necromancer. I figured being a soul-sucking banker was the next best thing. Yeah. Find a GalBank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually. Uh-huh.
Good luck out there.
As always, all GalBank transactions are secure and guaranteed. If there is any way I can assist you, I'd be happy to. GalBank makes personal finance easy. Money doesn't.
Really? What's there to even do on that?
Attacked by the Crimson Fleet. Argo was mining valuable minerals. They had mined hard enough to attract attention.
I've got limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is worth writing about. I'd be happy to help if I can. Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see. Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, all right? Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic. Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well. I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here. All right, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. 3 gunshots this week alone. I guess we know where UC Security's priorities are, and aren't. Oh, you remembered. I'm touched, dear, really. Yes, there's absolutely something you can do to help. All the children seem to have the same stomach bug, but I'm having trouble diagnosing it. Pediatrics isn't my specialty. But one of my colleagues, Dr. Lebedev, is an expert. If I had his research notes, I'm sure I could diagnose the disease and find a treatment. I've seen an uptick in cases of sick children in the med bay recently. They all seem to be presenting the same symptoms, but I can't identify the cause. It isn't serious enough to kill them, but I haven't found an effective treatment yet. That has me worried. I don't mean to be rude, but I do have other responsibilities.
You've not suffered a head injury, have you? No. He works topside at Reliant Medical. It's easy to find. It's right between Mast and Orion Tower. Dr. Lebedev is always there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'd go myself, but I can't leave the medbay unattended. If you need patching up, let's see what we can do.
Always nice to see a fresh face around here.
Everyone's
Stop
welcome,
in
so long as you
whenever
keep your
you'd
hands to
like.
yourself. No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else. If you haven't, make sure you say hello to Mama. She likes checking in with everyone. Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up? Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it. Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it. Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing. Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time, and we'll talk it out. Great.
Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfortable.
No loitering, okay? I don't have the patience for it. Can't say I'll have what you need, but you're welcome to look. That's so. Think folks down here are too poor to afford electronics. Not the first time I heard that line. Yeah, I get that kind of attitude far too often. You find yourself with any more commentary, feel free to keep it to yourself. It's fine. Just maybe give things an extra thought before you let them roll right out of your mouth. Nope. No question, business has been slow lately. Not too worried, though. Managed to make ends meet for a good long while. Don't expect that to change now. A reporter. Fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business. Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter. How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better. Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery. Great! Now, stock's a bit low. Stay safe out there.
What do you want? I'm very busy, as you can tell. What's with the staring? You need something?
I wish I could go with you on your ship, but that's not.
Hello. Any vacancies on your crew? Defensive systems. Basically, I can fine-tune your shields, keep the enemy from damaging anything you can't afford to lose. Okay, maybe next time then.
Howdy. Excuse me.
You found them all, and really quickly too. I'm impressed. Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Maybe in the short term, but overall it paid off. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways.
offer only the best care in New Atlantis. If there's... Welcome to Reliant.
A medical problem Talia can't solve. I never thought I'd see the day. How can I help?
We've been professional acquaintances for a long time. She's an excellent nurse. If the well didn't need her so badly, I'd have offered her a job here ages ago. Sick children. Well, we can't have that. I'd be happy to help. Let's see. A stomach bug. I've treated plenty of those. I keep extensive notes. I'm sure I have something that can help. Ah, yes, here we go. This should do the trick. I've uploaded some of my notes on common stomach issues in pediatric patients to this slate. Please, pass it on to Talia. She can keep it. And give her my best, will you? I hope everything works out for those kids.
Time to get wet, eh?
I've got limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're writing the credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. Really? Let's see. Ah, this is perfect. I knew Dr. Lebedev would have what I needed. I'll have this solved in no time with these notes for reference. Thank you so much, dear. Really. I couldn't have done this without you.
Can I help?
Okay, I can do this. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring
A visit from Mast. How
taking whatever's not nailed
You'll
down.
have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just Be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? Believe me, I really, really hope I am. But I'll tell you, people in my division tell stories about Zoe. She's got a lot of influence. No, seriously. I really don't want that.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you, I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Maybe Zoe really is telling the truth.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
I'm not gonna be stuck in this place for long. All I need is some grease, and I'll turn it into a...
Hey there. You should be getting close. Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear? And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics. electronics. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order. Adequately done. Ms. Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Something to report.
Ms. Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
One never knows when information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch.
unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Easy money.
Bill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Investigation against the trade authority. Though it is widely speculated.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this. So, looks like maybe someone thought they could hack into GIGABYTE's system. In fact, looks like maybe they did. Still want to claim you had nothing to do with this, Zoe?
My dear, why in the world would I want to break the law? And GIGABYTE, no less. I do quite enough business with them as it is.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
I very much doubt that.
See you around.
It's cliche, but it's true. Everything has a price. And whatever it may be, I can afford it. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, I would be more than happy to help you. If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her. And I'd ask that you pass along my request to stop these silly games. So, what'll it be? Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be intimidated. Please, let me know if I can assist you further. We've been in New Atlantis for a very long time, before most things topside were built. With lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and discreet access to the spaceport, it makes sense to stay. It's had the unintentional, but not unwelcome, side effect of weeding out people who can be timid about doing business. I thought the name made it rather obvious. We are the authority on trade in the settled systems. Whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, or individual requests, we make sure things get where they need to go. We have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with nearly every major corporation and faction there is. Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. For example, the Trade Authority uses them to post cargo hauling jobs. You'll usually find mission boards in bars, typically ones nearest spaceport. You might be able to find them elsewhere, but that's your best bet. The Trade Authority has access to goods and services Of course. Pleasure dealing with you.